Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are breaking down everything that happened on an absolutely chaotic episode of WWE SmackDown from Jacksonville, Florida. We've got Cody Rhodes and Gunther inching closer to massive championship showdown. Paul Heyman playing both sides once again. Jacob Fatu threatening his own bloodline. Jade Cargill causing complete destruction. And somehow a Gingerbread Man funeral closed the show. Yes, you had that correctly. The episode had incredibly wrestling, questionable, comedy, surprise appearances, factions, warfare, and one of the strongest ending WWE has ever produced. So grab your seat, smash that like button, and let's break down WWE SmackDown for May 8th, 2026. Now, the opening segment had the ring general want the throne. The show kicked off backstage with the SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis meeting with Paul Heyman. And immediately this felt serious. Then suddenly Gunther walked into the office. The atmosphere instantly changed. Gunther shook hands with Aldis and Heyman handed over what appeared to be a SmackDown contract. Aldis welcomed Gunther to SmackDown and hinted that the ring general could soon become a permanent member of the Blue brand. But before things could stay calm, Aldis warned Gunther not to repeat what happened last week when Cody Rhodes was attacked. Gunther looked insulted. He stared Aldis dead in the eyes and basically said, "Is that how you speak to SmackDown's next world champion?" That line alone immediately established Gunther as a future threat to Cody Rhodes. Then Cody interrupted via Titatron. Gunther got visibly annoyed that Cody was taking over his television time. That little detail was perfect because it fits Gunther's character completely. He believed the show should resolve around him. Gunther stormed off and returned the contract to Heyman. And right there, WWE planted the seed. Gunther is not just visiting SmackDown, he's planning to dominate it. Cody Rhodes calls Gunther out. Then Cody entered the arena to a massive reaction. The undisputed WWE champion addressed Gunther directly and said in the attack last week was Gunther's way of asking for a title shot. All he had to do was ask. Simple, direct, classic Cody Rhodes babyface energy. Then Paul Heyman came out, and this is where things got interesting. But he admitted he owes Gunther a favor after Gunther helped neutralize Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. That favor securing Gunther an undisputed WWE Championship match. Cody didn't even hesitate. He said, "Forget the contract, forget the paperwork, let's do it right now." That line got a huge pop. But Heyman declined and revealed the real plan. Gunther wants Cody Rhodes at a Clash in Italy. And honestly, that sounds like a major premium live event main event. As Cody and Heyman continued talking, Gunther appeared from behind and tried to lock in the slapper hold. But Cody was ready, not once, not twice. 3 times Cody countered Gunther's sleeper attempts. That detail was important because WWE protected both men. Gunther didn't look weak, Cody didn't look vulnerable. Eventually Gunther backed away and escaped before things escalated, and just like that, the feud officially feels underway. Now, here's the interesting thing. The chemistry between Cody Rhodes and Gunther is fantastic. The stare down feel important. The promos feel intense. The match itself sounds incredible. But there is one major issue. Why does Gunther need Paul Heyman to secure this title match? Cody literally invited anyone from any brand to challenge him weeks ago. Jacob Fatu is already challenging for world title across brands, so the logic here feels shaky. It almost feels like WWE needed a reason to keep Paul Heyman involved after WrestleMania. Still, the segment worked before the personalities involved are elite. Red B minus for this. The Usos in another segment confront Jacob Fatu. I'll burn down the family tree. Backstage, the Usos confronted Jacob Fatu ahead of Backlash, and this segment was intense. Jimmy and G tried warning Jacob about the path he is walking down, but Jacob Fatu looked completely unhinged. He told them if they interfere in his business again, he will burn down the entire family tree. That line was called. Jacob Fatu continues to feel like one of the most dangerous men in WWE. Everything about him screams destruction. His delivery, his facial expression, his pacing, the man feels like a monster, and WWE is clearly positioning him as a top-level threat moving forward. Great B+ for this segment. Now, in the Women's United States title match, Tiffany Stratton versus Kiana James. Next up, Tiffany Stratton defended the Women's United States Championship against Kiana James. And honestly, this was solid. Tiffany continues improving every single week. Her confidence is growing, her timing is sharper, and her character work is becoming more neutral. Kiana James also looked impressive here with aggressive offensive and smart counters, but eventually Tiffany hit the prettiest moonsault ever for the victory. That move always gets reaction. Tiffany Stratton remains one of WWE's fastest rising stars. Red B for this. Tara Tonga versus Diamond Priest. Chaos continues. Diamond Priest battled Tara Tonga in a hard-hitting match. Priest started strong and looked ready for revenge against a solo squads group, but distraction changed everything. Tara Tonga capitalized and planted Priest with a massive choke slam for the win. After the match, the beatdown continued until Royce Case made the save. Royce Case continues getting more television exposure lately, and WWE clearly sees potential in him. Tara Tonga looks like an absolute powerhouse. Red B- for this. And Rick Saints versus Matt Cardona. Rick Saints picked a win over Matt Cardona after hitting Rashomba. Shoot match, simple storytelling, good crowd reactions. Matt Cardona continues playing his role perfectly while Rick Saints keeps building momentum. Nothing groundbreaking here, but it accomplished its purpose. Red C+. Now, Fatal Influence versus Rarely Play, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss. Jade Cargill changes everything. This was probably the strongest ring segment of the night. Rarely Play, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss stand up against Fatal Influence. The match was packed with star power. Rarely Play looked incredible once again. Charlotte brought intensity. Alexa Bliss added unpredictability. But the real story was Jade Cargill. Jade suddenly appeared and attacked Ripley and Charlotte outside the ring. The distraction allowed Jessie Jane to pin Alexa Bliss with a rolling elbow. After the match, complete destruction. Jade Cargill stood tall alongside B-Fab and Mission while Ripley's team got laid out. This instantly elevated the women's division storyline. Jade feels like a final boss whenever she appears. Red A+. Royce Case versus Tama Tonga. Another big win, Royce Case defeated Tama Tonga with a spinning spin buster. Another solid showcase. WWE is clearly trying to establish Roy Case as a rising powerhouse. The crowd responded well too. Quick match but effective. Grade B. The Gingerbread Man funeral. And now we need to talk about the main event segment, a funeral service for Gingerbread Man. Yes, seriously, Sami Zayn came out clearly annoyed and questioned why this ridiculous segment was closing SmackDown. And honestly, a lot of fans probably agreed with him. Then Trick Williams delivered a rap performance to pin Alexa Bliss with a rolling elbow. Then after the match, complete destruction, Jade Cargill stood tall alongside B-Fab and Mission while Ripley's team got laid out. This instantly elevated the women's division storyline. Jade feels like a final boss whenever she appears. Grade A+. Royce Case versus Tama Tonga. Another big win, Royce Case defeated Tama Tonga with a spinning spin buster. Another solid showcase. WWE is clearly trying to establish Roy Case as a rising powerhouse. The crowd responded well too. Quick match but effective. Grade B. The Gingerbread Man funeral. And now we need to talk about the main event segment, a funeral service for Gingerbread Man. Yes, seriously, Sami Zayn came out clearly annoyed and questioned why this ridiculous segment was closing SmackDown. And honestly, a lot of fans probably agreed with him. Then Trick Williams delivered a rap performance. There was all generated imaginary, a gospel choir, an awkward comment, and completely bizarre pacing. Even Sami Zayn's line about SmackDown television time managing something felt like WWE acknowledging how ridiculous this all was. Then came the twist. The Gingerbread Man rose from the casket and turned to be the rapper Lil Yachty, disguised as the mascot. Lil Yachty attacked Sami Zayn with a candy cane as the show ended. And honestly, this felt like fever dream. Not every wrestling segment needs to be ultra serious, but dedicating nearly 15 minutes of your closing segment to this is not enough. Grade F. Overall also, the episode of SmackDown was one of the wildest shows WWE has produced in a long time. On one hand, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther feels massive. Jade Cargill looked dominant. Jacob Fatu continues evolving into a monster. Several younger talents got a spotlight opportunities. But on the other hand, the Gingerbread Man segment completely killed the momentum of the show. It is hard to understand why WWE chose that to close the night instead of Cody Rhodes and Gunther. Still, there is enough strong wrestling and storyline progression here to keep fans interested heading into Backlash and Clash in Italy. Grade B- for the final show. Thank you for watching, everybody. Who do you think who do you want to see win between Cody Rhodes and Gunther? And was Gunther's Gingerbread's funeral the wildest SmackDown segment ever? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more WWE coverage, and I'll see you in the next. Thank you for watching.